Yeah. That nigga be crazy, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm shameless, so shameless. When my dogs on the block, it was dangerous. Take a girl out to eat and she's paying. I'm shameless, so shameless. I'ma go hit Tahoe up. Come bring the Tahoe truck, body bags on body bags. Come pick this garbage up. DJ mixing in the booth, he leave him traumatized up. I ain't got no time to waste. Let's get these commas up. I'm sitting in class, I can't even focus. Looking at cheese, hoping that she don't notice. Titty sit right, that ass be poking. I'm sitting in the front cause I gotta be the closest. I'm just waiting for the bell, let everybody leave. I passed with an A, but left her with a D.
That's my phone number.
So are we starting? Is this thing on?
We in the building.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Ting 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 ting. I guess. Can y'all hear us? When can we see the little things? Oh, this is okay. Anywho, y'all, listen. This is the first episode. This is the 0 episode, actually.
Yeah.
This is the first time that So Shameless is doing this. I know y'all like, who are these niggas that we have listened to? We were having whole conversations, did not know the mics was hot. So anything that you've heard, keep it to yourselves.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Well, I'm TT from the Oprah Rose Show.
I'm Reek from the Good Brother Experience.
I'm Sayo from Take the L podcast and Same Energy podcast.
Yes, come on. 2 podcasts. Mommy.
No.
Yes.
I'm a podcaster now?
2
That's
podcasts?
weird.
Are you a podcaster?
That's weird.
Is it a podcaster? Is it in your bio?
Yeah, no, it's not in my bio. I don't think it ever will, but we're here.
Yeah, no, don't. Yeah, I get it. No, I get it. So yes, we are here. So this is a new segment that So Shameless is doing. The name could change, but we're gonna call it Shameless Friends. Okay, that's what the name is today.
Yeah, Shameless Friends.
I think it's clever.
I believe in shame also. I think, look, just to get to the root of the word.
It's one of my
this
favorite
is why
movies.
I fuck with you, TT, because I have been waiting to say this whole. I literally said in my head, I'm gonna come on this show and say I believe in shame, and I would like niggas to bring shame back.
Bring back shame.
I want people to be embarrassed again because they are doing too much online.
Shame. Please
Bring back fucking shame. But for the purpose of this podcast, we can. Yeah, but bring back shame.
You know what? And this is my damn show. I'm sitting in for Tahoe. Look, today we are taking over. We are actually going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, I guess, in part of this.
Shout out to Keenan Ivory Wayans, yo.
Part duh.
Shout out to Keenan Ivory Wayans, man. Low Down Dirty Shame is a fucking American classic. Y'all ever seen that?
Yes,
but I've seen like pieces.
Unreal.
I've never seen. I know. I'm one of the people that there's a whole bunch of list of black movies.
Me too. Actually, I'm very foreign. I wasn't allowed to watch TV like that growing up. So like, I saw what's that shit? Every black nigga loves this fucking show.
What's
it's like
that
their
shit?
favorite show. With the kung fu.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
No.
Bruce Leroy. Yeah,
the Last Dragon.
Yeah, every nigga I've ever talked to, their favorite movie growing up was The Last Dragon. I saw that shit like a year and a half ago.
Are you 49 years old? What type of niggas
First
are you
of all,
around?
Wow.
The Last Dragon.
Not that type of shame, but that's the type of shame we don't do.
Unreal, son.
We don't do that.
Bring out the
type of
porridge
shame.
from the back.
Not porridge.
First of all, I'm West Indian. I've been eating porridge since I was 4 months. Never mind 49.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to embarrass me talking about porridge.
You know what I'm
Happily.
saying? Hey, man, I'm sorry.
I've never seen that
apologize.
movie either. There's a long list of those.
The production
movies
quality is really bad. You're not going to enjoy it at the
Yeah,
finish.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like after a
Production
while.
quality.
But then you watch it and you're like, because there's also so many other amazing films.
I mean, it's not going to look like
why am I watching
Avatar,
that?
but we're talking about the 80s here. Like,
It's not going to
was
be
the-
good to you, though, at this age because you're older and it's like.
Right. I think we know too much or we've experienced and seen too many good films that you're like, this is not really that great. And again, I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Y'all like it because of nostalgia.
Not even that. You have to have appreciation for stuff that was dope in the time.
I guess. But
Like, it was like in
I
the
have
time. Like,
recency
there was, technology was only but so dope in 1985.
I'm not talking
Technology
about the
almost was
technology.
dope
I'm talking
in-
about the storyline wasn't that good either.
Well,
when
look
you
at
watch it at 30 something.
Right. But no, there's plenty of like people still love Jones, fam. Like,
But that's
we're gonna
nice.
talk about-
That's a good. But that's also. But that's
That's a
like
what? Finish the
90.
sentence.
I feel like you're moving into like plots and storylines. And granted, I don't really know what Low Down Dirty Shame or
unreal.
the
Well,
other
Low
one
Down
was
Dirty
about.
Shame
It's
was
heartbreaking.
good.
We're black
Okay.
people in this room.
I'm
You
gonna
never
watch
seen-
these though. That's
Please.
what I'm gonna do.
You would
tonight.
actually enjoy it. That's the one with Jada Pinkett, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I was right.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
very foreign, y'all. Y'all
Yeah.
can't forget it.
I'm gonna, and I'm very just American black. So why I haven't seen them? There's
Yeah,
absolutely
I don't
no
know. The only
excuse.
reason I'm
Exactly.
even American is because I was born here. Like, I'm very West Indian.
So I do like context as
Right.
we are going through some of these topics and some of these clips and whatnot. So if you were to kind of describe yourself, a little context about you, give us some.
I'm probably the most spontaneous man to ever live. I don't want to know what I'm about to do or when I'm about to do it, but I'm like mildly interesting and I'm mildly intelligent, so I use that to go about to do whatever I want to do in the moment.
Okay.
That was a very good off the cuff.
That was. I'm literally like looking at you. My face was just like.
Oh, I don't think
It
I've
didn't
ever
really.
heard you
I mean,
say
it
this.
gave context, but okay.
So I'm here.
You
Spontaneous.
said
This
he is
nigga
a
hit me today at
star.
work.
You see these shades. He is.
Yeah, where's my camera?
I think.
Oh, okay.
Right
It's
there.
literally-
Oh, right there. Star.
This one?
Okay.
I don't know where we're at.
Oh. What was you about to say? I had to let niggas see what the fuck was going on.
Yo, what
see
is wrong with
My
you?
skin mimics mahogany. You see what's going on here.
My
My skin mimics the finest of mahogany.
mimics mahogany.
I mean, I'm all for self confidence, so
We're
I
the
love
same
it.
complexion. You better be on my side. I'm kicking you.
Yeah,
out the
no,
room.
I was.
Okay.
I was thinking mine actually does. That's
Got
actually
you.
what I was thinking. But
I do too.
anywho,
Yeah.
so you are not American. Like you
I'm
do not
not.
identify as American, but
I
a Drake,
live-
a Drake fan.
Island
Yo, first
girl.
of all, we talk about there's no Aubrey Graham slander in my presence.
Zero. I don't care what anybody has to say
You can show me
about him.
any wheelchair Jimmy clip you would like. I don't give a fuck. The nigga was a great actor. He's a great rapper. He's given me plenty of summer anthems. No one has done R&B samples as good as Drake, consistently as Drake.
He's his own genre.
I don't care
I
what
can give him that. He's his own genre.
I'm not. I like that. He really is his own
his
genre,
own
though.
genre.
Yeah. He is. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Anybody, honestly, I went on a date and nigga was like, I don't think I can listen to anything Drake. And I was like, I don't think we can go on a second date.
You know
because
what's
I'm blasting Drake.
Yeah, I'm all
You know what's
day.
dope about Drake in particular? Like, there's nobody that's been at the forefront of music as far as like being like the top person that's given like that much of output of music that was quality. Like Lil Wayne is like my nigga for life, but everything Lil Wayne has put out hasn't been quality. Like Drake has different bags. He has West Indian bag. He got his fucking techno bag.
But some people
The
don't
West
like
Indian
it.
bag. The West Indian
Yeah.
bag is
Bag.
a fickle subject for
Yo,
me, but
Blem is
that-
fire.
huh?
Objectively speaking, Blem is fire.
Yes, Blem is fire. Also, the new shit he did with Popcorn,
Yeah.
fire. Like Weekend Done, I really be playing it in the car, and I'm like, I am embarrassed, but
You done know.
it's giving a little wine in the
You
Jeep.
done-
I'm
done
mad
know.
American. I love that song.
Listen,
Like,
it gives a
love
little wine in the Jeep. But yeah, no, and also I started to react just now, but I realized you were talking well about Lil Wayne because you know Lil Wayne has been a topic of conversation these last
Lil
few
Wayne is-
days because they said who's a better rapper, Jada Kiss or Wayne, and I'm a Wayne stan, so like,
Me
I
too.
saw your
I was going off for
I
days.
listened to Gangsta Grills literally coming down here, no idea why.
Anybody who
like,
slanders Lil Wayne has self-hate. Like,
Yeah.
slander Lil Wayne like slandering Sprite.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Like, you
People
know what I'm saying?
have
What are you doing?
recency
People don't have
bias.
taste.
People also have recency bias. They think, okay, Wayne hasn't put anything out recently. First of all,
But yes, he
that
has,
nigga
though.
gave us recently the new with the DMX sample, but a lot of people, his team did not promote.
Wait, Wayne
But-
put out a
but-
song recently?
Yes.
But
Like,
he's
come on.
always the thing about Lil Wayne is everybody treats him as background music. This nigga does like 30 features a year still. Like,
Yeah.
this-
Yeah.
I could pull up
Yeah.
shit on my phone right now. They're like shit
And
like,
he
oh, that's
still-
just Lil
The
Wayne. Then you end up
only-
washing dishes. But
Yeah, I mean,
only
he's going on
reason-
tour.
The only reason people weren't talking about Wayne's verse on God Did was because Hove slipped his ass in there. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Oh, damn,
if we
good on
actually
that.
take out stop before Hove goes on,
right.
Lil Wayne's verse was fire.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne
It's
had a
just such
fucking
a
fire
long
verse
song.
on a DaBaby song I heard when them niggas was in a mental hospital. I think it's called, what is it called? Lonely. I think it's called Lonely.
Also, we forgot about T Wayne. Remember when him and T Pain was doing
Oh,
collabs?
yeah,
y'all
yes,
niggas forgot
yes.
about that too.
I saw him live and he was amazing.
Amazing.
Like, amazing. This was last year, like still putting out quality, and it was new music that he was performing, and amazing.
Here's some homework for the listeners. Listen to the Collie Grove album. It was like him and 2 Chainz.
Yes.
Him and 2 Chainz came out with an album like a few
was
years ago,
great.
and that shit was dope.
And everybody says the Carter 3 is like his best album.
Which isn't the truth. It's
With-
Carter 2.
It's the Wow. You might have actually made it to my close friends.
Yeah, come on now.
The Carter 2.
Look, you made it. You made it.
The Carter 2. The nigga went off on Best Rapper Alive.
Oh no, it's
Grown Man is a subtle. He also gave us a little reggae too with more fire. Okay,
Not the little reggae. Just
you know
just
I just
tad,
love a little reggae.
just a little bit.
Give me a little bit of
Just a
my
little
island,
bit.
and I'm fine.
But you know what I think about Lil Wayne? I feel like, so I'm 33, and I feel like if I was 33 in 1969, I wouldn't have appreciated James Brown. So it was like, this isn't real fucking music. What's this?
This came out of
Like,
nowhere.
no, really think about it. Like, you think
James
about
Brown's
like
catching straight.
Nah,
Dizzy,
right, I was
Dizzy
like-
Gillespie, like Thelonious Monk. Like, I feel like you need, in order to appreciate somebody, you need to like grow with them.
Okay.
So if you didn't grow with James Brown, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? This isn't even a hook. What are these lyrics? And he keeps repeating himself.
not even gonna
But if
lie.
you're 12 years old in 1969, you think James Brown's the illest
Yeah.
nigga since
I mean, I
sliced
think you
bread.
can have an
Right.
appreciation.
So with Lil
for
Wayne,
it.
like if you're 11 years old, you don't recognize how dope Lil Wayne is. Because you wasn't in high school in 2007 when this nigga was going crazy.
I get it. I was in
You know what I'm
college
saying?
when
But like,
yeah.
you
I was
wasn't of
graduating.
age to
Memories.
appreciate.
I'm an old bitch. I was
Yeah.
graduated.
Even with
I
that
was in
being said, you
college.
wasn't in your formative years.
But no, I get that.
When that was going
Yeah.
on, you're like, Lil Wayne, look, the nigga that's on the such and such, and like you just
My
perfect example. I don't want to cut you off. Perfect example. My little cousin is turning 26, and she knows Jim Jones as the nigga that was on Love and Hip Hop.
I was just
believe it.
about to
Like
say
that's
that.
her
Yeah.
memory of him.
So-
So you don't
Yeah.
understand Jim Jones.
My cousin is 20 something. I actually don't remember what her age is. And I remember driving and I was talking about Jeezy. And she was like, Young Jeezy. You mean Jeannie Mai's husband? I said, oh!
Not Jeannie
Yuck.
Mai's husband. Yeah, of
The
all,
nigga
of all
that gave
the
me
reference
Tia
points.
101?
And
you
again,
called
that's
Jeannie
nostalgia.
Mai.
2
Yeah,
and
that's
3,
college.
by the way.
What?
That's crazy.
You called him Jeannie Mai? And she was like, he raps?
Yikes. We're losing recipes. We are
No,
literally
for real.
losing
I
recipes.
feel like we
There's
gotta-
no music in the homes.
Like
Like,
this,
There isn't.
There's no music
We got to
in the
play
homes.
Lil Wayne in the car the same way that our parents used to play like Al Green in the car. Because
My
that's
family
old.
didn't play Al Green.
That's old school. Well, who was they playing?
Barris Hammond.
But also think of how we
Whitney
discovered
Houston.
music. Like
Right.
the way discovery for music works now is so much different than when we were coming up. Like your older cousin or sibling or your parents were playing music in the house. Like these kids have access to everything. Like you
Right.
were only hearing what was force fed to you on the radio. So you were forced
Yeah,
to kind of
we
like
had to
know
listen to the
these
radio.
older songs, and like that's why we can still have an appreciation for music from the 70s and the 60s and all these other things, because if our parents were listening to it. Now if I'm 12, like I'm going to YouTube and that is how I'm consuming my music.
Right.
Like I'm not, and then I'm probably controlling the Spotify or whatever streaming platform it is. No one listens to the radio
First of
anymore.
all, you have your own speaker. Think
It's
about that.
AI.
You-
Pandora is actually the best AI for a radio.
Actually, Tidal too. Titles is so good.
Like niggas really have slept
even
on
though they're not
Pandora.
paying us.
Yeah,
Hello?
none of them are paying us.
Like,
Pandora got
be
me
clear.
through college.
Yeah.
I know this nigga's nefarious now, but Trey Songz Pandora had me looking like Hugh
Trey
Hefner
Songz
in
Pandora's
college.
was top 5.
I
I ain't
was
gonna
Hugh-
hold you
I-
along with Ja Rule, but
Yo,
I ain't gonna.
you speaking about college. When I was in college, we went to Walmart. We got those desk lamps, and we got like red light bulbs because we thought we was the coolest. Me and my roommate. So we would call girls over and play Trey Songz Pandora with the red
trying
lights
not
and the
to
desk
laugh
lamp.
at you.
Yeah, I mean, this is me, 20 years old, laughing at me. This was 100 years ago, but you know what I'm
Was
saying?
you dancing with the
This-
bitches in the red
Nah,
light?
but
Okay,
okay,
I just had to
you know
ask.
what it is?
I had to clarify that.
Nah, but when you come into adulthood, it's all about like setting the mood. You know what I mean? So we're like, oh, yeah, what do bitches like? They like colors and Trey
And Trey
songs.
Songz. Do you
Let's
still
fuck
listen to Trey
around.
Songz?
And nah, well, I'm not really like the
Honestly,
biggest.
bitches still like colors.
Do you still
I'm
listen
not,
to Trey Songz?
I'm not into sex symbol R&B.
But you was listening to it just with
For
the red
the
light
bitches, I was doing
for the
plenty.
mood?
I would do plenty of shit for the bitches. I go axe throwing for bitches. You think niggas like axe throwing? Like this, plenty of things.
Oh,
niggas.
axe throwing.
axe
Oh,
throwing, and
okay.
apple picking and shit. I'll do plenty of shit for girls
Niggas
involved.
love apple picking. I don't
Sure.
give a fuck what y'all.
with you, probably
But by
You
a
never-
group
you-
of niggas, you ain't never seen a group of niggas
Never.
going apple picking.
in life.
If I
You
saw
know
a group
what
of
I'm
niggas
saying?
apple
Like-
picking, I'd have been like, what the fuck is going on
You know,
here?
What
men
is
can't
happening?
do anything anyway. So like,
Exactly.
you would see him and be
That's what I'm
like, why them niggas act up apple picking?
I would have literally been like, I want men to have things, especially black
Yeah.
men. I am an advocate
We do.
for black men to enjoy their life, enjoy their things. When they be on Twitter talking about, oh, a black man can't go to brunch with another black man. Niggas like drinks. Niggas like breakfast.
It's food and a drink.
I want the men to have the things. I will say though, apple picking would make me be like,
apple picking is a little wild. Like
The world isn't fair, and
the
first of all,
world.
niggas.
Do you want to go apple picking?
No, but like
Okay.
niggas, I'm a firm believer. Like niggas shouldn't be doing like activities. Like activities
Yeah.
is something for like your children or your girl. So like,
no, I
like
mean, I
squad
think.
going out for apple picking is nuts.
Oh,
go,
yes,
go
we
play
gotta
some,
establish
other
that.
go play some
activities.
ball. Like go play some ball or something.
there's
That's an
other-
activity.
I
Yeah.
think y'all could go like
I know,
axe throwing.
But what I'm saying is like date like activities. So to put things in perspective, I see this a lot. Like niggas don't know how to plan dates because niggas don't do anything unless if it comes to you. So I never hit the mom never hit me like, yo, son, you trying to throw some axes? Niggas never hit me like, yo, you trying to do some archery? Like that's not what's going on. Niggas, you trying to hoop? You trying to get drunk? What's good for tonight? Yo, the bitches is over here.
Y'all need to
That type
expand
of
y'all
shit.
palette. That's the
Right,
problem.
I mean,
Understandably
Instagram is
so.
right there. There's so many pages of like
with
things
this
to do in New York.
conversation, yes, we can. But in the world that we live now, this is what's going on. So because of this, I've met plenty of women that like doing these things. Like I've never been on a vacation and niggas playing the excursions ever in life. That's not how it works. Y'all, that's y'all bag. Activities is y'all bag.
I feel like you just hanging out with the wrong niggas.
And I think
What
older.
niggas-
I think
I also-
older. I do. I
no.
think it's your.
No,
and I
man.
do. I
I-
think it's.
I
an
do.
age
I'm on the
thing.
cusp
I
of
do.
40. Get the fuck out of here.
You're
You
not.
just
said
know-
you're 33.
You're
brother.
not. You're
I'm on the
really
cusp.
not. You're not.
You know what cuss means? Because
Right.
I know what
words
cusp-
mean
I'm
things.
on the cusp, man. It's
You're on the
7
cusp
years.
of 30. Like
What the fuck?
you are
7
closer
years.
You're not
to
even
30
in, like
than
you're not even in the
40.
median.
I'm a president and a half away from being 40. That's a cusp. That's a cusp.
No, I do.
What is
no.
your metrics right now?
That's a president
your,
and a half.
Your system of measurement makes no sense.
That is a president and a half. Is that not 7 years? A president and a half? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Anywho,
Exactly. So that's
We-
what I'm saying.
we-
about
you
the
know
It's
what?
actually 6, so your number is still the fuck
Hell
off.
no.
President and a half
half.
is 4, and a half a term is 2.
All right, semantics.
Oh my God! Now it's
Semantics.
semantics.
Dead.
No, it's fucking
you,
semantics.
you really are on the cusp of 30, though.
Like you're closer to 30 than you are 40.
But
so
even with that
please.
being said, like I've met plenty of men. Even you're saying it, there's just the people I'm around. I don't live in some bubble. I know plenty of people, and I would
That's
say
what you mean.
overall, like activities ain't like the bag that men be in because
I think you're generalizing, and that's actually not healthy for the men that you are trying to support.
it's-
I know
it's
a lot
not
of men who
generalities.
do excursions. I know a lot of men who do things together and know they're not gay. I think there's actually.
who said anything about gayness?
I'm just saying because you know people always be like, men.
Right.
I side eye niggas when they do shit like that. So
Yeah.
I'm just getting this out
Yeah.
the way.
Right.
It's not. I don't want nobody to even say that I'm saying that. But I think that there's also kind of like this renaissance for black men right now where people are encouraging them to do more
Yeah.
and they're actually able to do the things they like. So I have personally seen men do excursions, men have like their like kind of like homeboy nights where they do things, they go out to dinner, they plan those things, and it don't just involve drinking and bitches.
Red lights and Trey songs.
And basketball.
Okay. Now I just want you to ask these same men. Matter of fact, not even this. You're somebody that knows a good multitude of people. I would say, right?
Okay, yeah.
Ask 3 guys what they would do on a trip, and ask 3 women what they would do on a trip, and choose like the same country and see what they tell you, and tell me if I'm tripping and I'm just hanging around this wrong group of people.
I didn't say they were wrong. I said
No, but it was like, yo, your
Okay.
horizons
how
aren't
niggas
expanded.
I think
Your
it
horizons
is
aren't expanded.
basically-
You're on the wrong group of niggas. You're generalizing.
It was a little generalizing, just a tad bit, because
Don't,
I
man.
think I do know men that do plan things, and and I guess why I said a lot of things are context. That's why I keep.
I mean, I
coming
know
back to
women
that,
who are
like,
firemen, but we're talking about the fucking anomalies
I don't know
here.
no women that are. That's amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
though.
We're talking about, yeah, I know. My
I can't be
cousin's a
no
fireman.
fireman.
Me either.
That's what I'm saying. If
I'm
there
like,
was talking about anomalies,
You see that fire?
then-
It's hot as shit. Like,
first
no.
of all, these
I would be
lashes is
fired.
not flame
I'm
resistant.
dead.
Fact.
I'd be fired day one.
And I
These
got,
lashes ain't flame
I got no
resistant?
upper body
No.
strength. I can't carry nobody up. That hose look heavy as shit.
No, I'm
all that
absolutely not.
gear. Oh no.
Shout out my cousin Rashada. She's a fireman and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out
That's
to
what
her.
I'm saying. So
Shout out
yeah,
to her,
you
for
can
real.
point to people that you technically know, but I'm talking about the general view. Like, come on now, y'all both know I'm not wrong.
No, we
I
actually
think
both
you are.
disagreed with you.
Okay.
I'm like, I think
Yeah, no.
I'm not.
And that's
Yeah,
fine.
right.
And that is
and
fine.
Yeah, that is fine.
Okay.
I'm just a man
totally
that be around
okay.
men all the time, and y'all just women that be around men sometimes. I definitely understand.
First of all, most of my close friends are men.
That's what's up. Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Can you break that down to
I'm
me?
a
Are you
nigga at
one?
heart.
Are you one of these
No,
like
I'm
I
a
don't
nigga.
trust women type of women
No, I
that I've
have
met?
a lot of women friends.
Okay.
But I also have just as many male friends that are close.
That is
I'm
dope.
literally a nigga at heart. Maybe that's my
Maybe,
context.
but also I was just about to say, and that's probably why she also is around. Like, if you're a man that has a lot of close female, I just said female, and I never ever say that. My God, a lot of women friends. What the fuck? I'm like,
Yo,
ooh,
you look
there was
very
a podcast.
upset
I
about
was
your-
so upset at myself. It was giving
the
like
visceral
animal
reaction that you just had.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. If you have a lot of women friends,
Right.
You're obviously like, if you guys are talking, you're doing things together, like the same way that you mentioned you went to Turks like with a friend. Like,
Yeah.
no, you might not do that with another man, but now you also know how to plan a trip to Turks with another
Right.
woman because you have a woman friend.
Yeah, it's all about skill sets. Y'all just have different skill sets than what men do, and I'll generalize that all day. I feel like we need to take away the word roles and replace that with the word skill set. I feel like if everybody like does things according to their skill set, everything will be cool. But roles just has like this nastiness behind it. Like
I'm not terribly mad at that.
yeah, if everybody just
I
says
was
skill
gonna say,
set, then I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay, then you feel like you're a part of a team.
Yeah.
But when it's roles, you just think like, bitch, give
Take out the-
me a ham sandwich. And you know what I mean? And like,
Right.
you know,
Clean the
pow,
bathroom,
to the moon,
bitch.
clean
Yeah.
the bathroom, and all that other type of shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. Nigga paying rent. I'm gonna make a ham sandwich happily.
Absolutely.
I'm cutting the crust
I feel like
off.
I've had this conversation so
But you
many
know,
times.
I will make you a
Yeah.
Capri salad to go with
Same.
it.
I'm
What
glad
was
we're
like?
here. Everybody, you can pay rent, you can make the nigga the ham sandwich, but if everybody just goes towards their skills, as opposed to, if you tell the nigga, like, yo, in order for me to give you pussy and you get a ham sandwich, you need to pay rent, he'll feel terrible. Be like, yo, babe, I feel like you're better at money management than me. You make a little more money than me. I feel like I'm better at like making things more comfortable. You know, I'm cool with this. You know, you just handle the
Why we both
finances.
looking at him
You
like-
cool
like,
with this.
I- my whole
Oh,
face was
I was
like-
looking at him and I looked up at you, and we both looking at you like.
Yeah, this is like this. Like everybody can get what they want if everybody just changes the terminology.
I mean, I
And when
just
you
think
make a
that
nigga, it's a
whoever
prerequisite
is-
to pay rent to give
so
him
you
pussy.
want us to just rebrand gender roles?
No, I would like. Isn't that what we're doing? All together. What I mean is this: like, it's a new day.
Mm-hmm.
There's more women that make money now than ever before in human history. The same way that there's Wi-Fi now and there wasn't Wi-Fi 30 years ago. Like, the world is evolving. So with evolvement, we should evolve the vocabulary that we use.
Or everybody do what works for them. Also,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
works.
Skill
if you-
set.
Y'all
Skill
two
set.
people. Whatever works for y'all. It don't got to work on a reel,
Right.
on a goddamn TikTok. Like, whatever works for y'all.
I'm actually
That's what you need
tired
to
of
do.
seeing the
Like,
relationship reels.
I hate them. I wish.
I
don't
hate
believe-
Oh no,
them.
we're gonna get to that. Put a
I
pin in
don't
that. We're getting
believe
to that.
none of that shit
At
son.
all.
These
No.
niggas don't be happy. I don't
Hold
care
on.
what nobody's
We're
doing.
gonna
wake
discuss
up
all this.
ones
We're gonna discuss
and the
all
relationship.
this on the second,
Okay.
on part the.
I just want to say this: if
This
you
is-
set up a
this your last
camera,
thing.
if you set up a camera and you be like, "Yo, cut the camera on," and then you reenact yawning, you are a psychopath.
Yeah, that was just
Continue.
that was actually where I was
Yeah.
going.
You are
the
a
morning one.
psycho if you doing that.
I'm judging the shit again. Shame,
Right.
Shame,
Shame.
That's what-
Shame
like bring
back.
shame back. Yeah, no, I
Please.
hate that. I hate
Hell yeah.
relationship TikToks. Like I hate all that shit. Like
Yeah.
I hate it bad. So we are gonna go through a lot of not a lot, but we are gonna go through a few clips that have essentially kind of like set the internet ablaze. I'm gonna say this. I don't go back and forth in comments. I don't know if y'all do.
Nah.
But y'all better be
That's loser behavior.
respectful. Like I don't want any nastiness, any rudeness. So what is our first clip? Okay.
It's about to get played now. We got technology, and shout out to
Technology
Dosh.
is,
I worked at a tech company. I still know how to do this shit.
I know this is like a setup. Okay. This is like we have multiple
I mean,
screens.
did you work at Boost Mobile? If you worked at Boost Mobile, you technically worked at a tech company. I mean, you did say you live in.
Where is
I mean,
the clip?
I'm
Okay,
like-
look where
You saw how I
no, this is
Also,
the
there's nothing wrong
entire
with
show
Boost
is going to be
Mobile.
you and
I
me.
agree.
Like,
That's why I
there's
said
nothing wrong
it.
with
What's
Boost
wrong with
Mobile.
Boost Mobile? Why the niggas give me a side eye? It's more about y'all than it is
Because you
about
knew
me.
where I work, so you were just saying anything to say anything.
Man, we're creating content here. They don't know where you work. I'm just asking you a question that brings some laughs to the people. Sorry about that. Where's the clip?
Is Boost Mobile still around?
Should be. If drug dealing is still like prominent.
Yeah, I'm like, is it?
Drug
Is
dealers be-
singular. I'm
drug
like,
dealers be
singular
having
is no
contracts.
longer. Singular is done. It was that Boost Mobile.
Singular is done.
Singular is
Okay.
finished. So is Virgin Mobile and all that type of shit. But I think
Oh,
Boost
I forgot
Mobile is
about
still
that
moving
one.
strong.
I thought Boost was now Metro PCS.
Metro
Aha.
PCS. That's the one.
Evolved vocabulary.
I'm a little bit smart.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Metro PCS. That
Okay.
is the one.
This is the one I never comment on, so like in the comments for So Shameless. But this is when I was like, all right, Tahoe.
I wanted to, and I was like, it's gonna be so long. So
Yo, I was like,
now we have the perfect
can't hold
opportunity
it
to
in.
do it. Like, now this is perfect. All right, now, yeah, you know, Tahoe be like no ruffle feathers.
Valentine's Day is a thing now.
It's been a thing for a few years. This is not new.
Because it's a bunch of lonely, miserable, I hate that.
It's so many
That,
of them.
that wind up getting around each other and cuddling around ice cream and tears because they're miserable at the way they've treated people and nobody cares about them.
That's very true.
That's it. And y'all try to, we love each other. Yeah, because nobody else will. You lonely would not be together if you had men. Why y'all can't just stay home and just be lonely on your own time?
Because why would I want to be?
A ball of
But why would
loneliness?
I want to be miserable at home if I'm single and my girls are single?
Why
We
do
can
you
go out
have
together.
to do something for this day? Why you say, you know what, I ain't got nobody right now? Why you gotta go celebrate not having somebody? That's what you're doing. Like, why you can't just be regular, be chill? Nobody liked you yesterday, nobody likes you today either. It's not no big deal. You've been living for the last 2 years without nobody? What? What's the difference?
Yikes.
I feel like
Ma'am.
every time I see that clip, I still have like, it still hits my heart.
It do a little tink tink.
Yeah.
Why?
So one, I am very single. Like, I'm single, and
Are you?
I am single.
Ish.
No, they ain't no ish. I
Single-ish.
have no niggas. Okay, it's hard out here in the streets. Men, that's another conversation. Anyway, even when I do have a person, somebody I celebrate Valentine's Day with, me and my best friend always make sure we see each other and have like a little Galentine celebration. I also, and I've had this conversation with men I've dated and men who are friends, I love Valentine's Day. Not because it's like, oh, give me roses, I want to do all those things. It's
You like what it symbolizes.
I just think it's such a good day to celebrate the people that you love. Like, I get my whole family flowers. My little brothers, I get them cards. Like, I've just always been a sappy ass bitch. So when this came up, it was like, nobody likes you, nobody wants you. And I was like,
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
I don't even eat ice cream on Valentine's Day. And I love ice cream. It was like, yo, niggas can't just like being around the people that they love to celebrate with them. It felt a little harsh. I ain't like that Dodge was laughing so hard either.
It was so funny.
I was like, Dodge, bitch.
Why is she laughing so hard? I said the same thing. I was like,
I'm like, Dodge, you ain't gonna hold us down. You right there. And nigga said, they do be. And I was like, God damn it, Dodge. Damn.
I want to talk last, obviously.
you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
obviously I wanna
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I've always loved Valentine's Day. I love / hate it for various reasons, though. Like, I've celebrated Valentine's Day in a relationship. I've celebrated it with friends, and low key, my best Valentine's Days have been with friends. Like, also, so and it is.
100%.
It doesn't have to be like a day where I think men. Now I am generalizing. Men do not like Valentine's Day because I don't know if it's like some added pressure or I love you all the other days of the year. Blah blah blah. Anybody trying to hear that shit? But it is a day, like you said, that if you forgot, or if anything, like, this is our day to celebrate each other. Whatever it is, y'all can cook in the house. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Like, you can go out, like, you can go go-kart racing. You can go axe throwing, like, whatever it is that
You can
you
do whatever
wanna
is
do,
good for your relationship.
just to celebrate. And then if you're not, like, no one likes you, everyone hates you, or whatever he said, you are lonely, you're gonna be lonely tomorrow. I was
y'all
like,
bitter bitches.
yeah, I was like, oh my
Motherfucker.
God. Like, no, and I don't want to be in the house on Valentine's Day. I look at it like any other holiday. Christmas, if you're not close with your family, you probably celebrate Christmas with a friend. Like, no one wants to be alone on a holiday. And it is a holiday. Maybe not observed, but it's still a holiday nonetheless. And
So
like
with
it.
me, we was talking about apple picking. You seeing a group of niggas apple picking, you would just raise your eyebrow. I don't know if this is just social media banter. I don't know if this is real. But if I catch any of you niggas celebrating Brolentine's Day, has this come across your desk? Brolentine's
No.
Day? Has it come across your desk either?
No.
If I catch any of you niggas celebrating Valentine's Day, I will personally fucking kill you, and I'll go to
Ooh,
prison.
that's
for
aggressive.
It. No, fuck, that is unacceptable. Valentine's Day is nasty.
But what about
fucking
Galentine's?
business. I just want to make that
hold on,
disclaimer.
that is
Now I'm
like-
going to Galentine's. I'm gonna go to Galentine's.
Yeah, because
I just
I'm
wanted-
like, Valentine's.
I wanted to make that disclaimer because that is nasty business, and we can't have that in the community.
Why
Now
not?
with Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day,
Why
don't get
can't
me
you-
started.
Why can't
Don't
niggas
make
have
me tight,
things?
son.
Anyway,
Niggas
go
can
ahead.
have plenty of
Niggas
things,
should not.
but
No,
niggas have the
that
things
I
that they
agree
have.
with. Take your ass home.
Women have the things that they have. It's all good. Know what I mean?
I mean, I actually don't. I really don't care about that. If
I do.
I'm for you to say that you will go to jail for
I will
killing
kill. I will
niggas,
I mean,
kill.
that
I
is a
will
little
take your
harsh.
life
That's harsh.
That's
with
a little
no
harsh.
weapon.
I might be like, oh, these niggas really just want to celebrate this.
That's a
Wow,
little harsh.
That's
okay.
nasty business.
But
So here's the thing with Valentine's Day. The reason why Tahoe was saying this is because we're all in the social media age. We see thousands of people speaking simultaneously, and you see like this upheaval of women that's saying like "fuck niggas," right? And I'm getting to a point with this, like, fuck niggas, we don't need niggas, go to war, you need to die, you niggas is broke, I can't find nobody that has more money than me, all this other type of shit. Valentine's Day comes around, and it's around these same group of women that you are in these group chats with, detesting niggas with, and now you're eating chicken wings with no niggas. So this is where he's getting it from. Like, it's like, you anti-nigga all 364 days, like, fuck niggas, you niggas, your dick don't even be good, fucking, you got no money, all you niggas is gay anyway, and all the other type of shit. And then Valentine's Day comes around, the day of romance, the day of love, the day of celebration, and then you're celebrating it with women and no niggas. So you're anti-nigga. So, but I do agree with you. I'm talking about a subset of people.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a very small
I'm using
group.
my words very carefully. He is talking to a subset of people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's talking to a subset of people. However, Valentine's Day at its core, it's me and my girls. We love each other because y'all express affection differently. It's a day of love. It's a day of welcoming. It's a day of everybody being warm. Let's celebrate the love we have for each other. So that's where Valentine's Day came from. So yeah, I love that. But he is specifically talking to the subset of people that say fuck niggas, get money. I'm like, all right, cool. Now it's fuck niggas and get money. But I'm talking about him.
But he didn't specify that.
Because
He
it's a
said
show.
Valentine's.
Right.
He
That's
started
what I
the
said,
shit
did that come
with the
in
condescending
advance?
ass tone.
Duh, it's a show and he's trying to get views. Like, of course he's going to do that. You think he's going to play both sides of the
Well, we
fence when you're
talking
trying to
about
fucking...
the clip. You can't talk
Yeah.
about what's
All
assumed.
the-
We
Right.
are talking about the clip as people that don't own the show. If you're trying to get viewership and traffic towards your show, you say things like that as a host. But I'm pretty sure he's a fucking
You
smart guy.
can't be pretty
He's not
sure
gonna
we're
fake-
going off of what the actual facts are,
Right. This is
and
very
that's what
true.
that nigga
This is
said.
true.
Right.
You can't
So-
assume.
This is true.
Did you have a previous conversation with him about it?
That's
But
what I said.
stop
Was it-
assuming
did he say that in
what
advance?
he
sitting
talked
here.
about.
But this is what I'm sitting. I'm sitting here to give my opinion about what I'm seeing. Is this what we're all doing? We're giving an opinion about what we saw.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're all doing? So,
But you-
so
it
my
is-
opinion
you
is
saw him
he's
say what
talking
he
about a
said.
No,
subset.
you're right.
My
It is.
opinion is he's talking to a specific subset of people, but he highlighted that because he knew it would cause a visceral reaction. But everybody and their mother has aunties, cousins, little cousins, homegirls that all get together and they're not better. I've seen a group of women get together for Valentine's Day that are married. So it's like,
Yeah.
and if I saw that shit, this nigga's 100 years old. I'm pretty sure this nigga saw it. So that's what I'm saying.
Somebody
Like,
in the comments asked of me at Tahoe went to high school. Why am I so old?
What?
Fuck you.
I told.
That's actually what I gotta say
That's
about
why
that.
I said the comments be crazy. Like the
Yeah.
comments are very, very wild. That's why I said we are going to be respectful.
First of all,
This
Tahoe
go
don't
on.
even look as old as he is. So, and neither do I.
They
so,
said, "Did
I
you
don't
go
give
to
a fuck.
high school?" Wow.
yeah, that nigga's eating ginger root or something. I was
No,
like, yeah,
but
bro,
I-
you
Yeah,
how
he
old?
on, he's
When I
on
met
the
him, I was
Pharrell
like, bro, you how
plan.
old?
He's definitely on the Pharrell plan.
No, I mean, but yeah, that Valentine's Day shit, like I definitely understand where he was coming from with that specific set of people. But overall, Valentine's Day is dope for real.
I
Like,
just
I
think-
support it.
I think that again, people should just be able to do things.
I agree.
If you are going to a Valentine's Day to literally go online and man bash or go together to bash niggas, then I can be like, all right, this is a little bit excessive. You could have done this in a group chat. You didn't have to get together.
Say the second half of that though, please. Like because
I already
you
forgot.
went.
I smoke weed.
No,
What'd I say?
because you was like, yo, if you're celebrating Valentine's Day, two bash niggas, two be like niggas ain't shit. Like Jerry Maguire when they was having like their man hater meeting. You ever
Yeah,
seen
keep
Jerry
it.
Maguire?
Yes.
So I just
may
have to
not
ask
have
because
had
I got to see what you saw and what you.
No, actually, I might be lying.
So-
I just said yeah. Niggas just
So-
said yes because I
So
wasn't.
So for those of y'all that saw Jerry Maguire at that
ready
end
to
of the
embarrass
movie,
me about something else.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
saying?
Be like, another one?
but with all that, The second half of that is the women that go through all the entire year saying fuck niggas. Now it's Valentine's Day and there is no nigga.
But
for
we're
you.
also not talking about that subgroup of women.
Right.
Like we are talking about just women that want to celebrate each other. Like you said,
Also,
married
depends on
women,
the type of person
friends,
you are.
friendships.
Also, it's a lot
all
of
that.
bitches that be on there talking about niggas ain't shit, niggas dick is trash, niggas are broke, and they'll have a nigga on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Can I say this? Yo,
talking
man,
bad about niggas that still want one.
man basher vagina is the best vagina on God's green earth.
I can't.
I'm
Ain't
screaming.
nothing better than bending over a girl that quote unquote hates niggas because you feel like a fucking king. Like, yeah, bitch, look at you now. Look who hates niggas now. You know what I'm saying? When
Everybody hates niggas,
Nah,
even
nah.
there.
Everybody,
No, I'm talking about
everybody.
when you are publicly
right.
talking about you hate niggas and then 5 minutes later my dick is in your mouth, you feel like a fucking king amongst peasants. And every real nigga that's in this chat knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, fuck niggas, y'all niggas are good for nothing. Y'all niggas can't even build a house from scratch. And then it's like you coming through and getting cuddled up on. It's like, oh, look at this. Would you look at this?
Niggas don't even know how to put together furniture no more.
Nothing.
It's
I know.
terrible.
It's really. I keep saying we're losing recipes,
We
like
losing
constantly.
recipes.
Like
That's going
none of
both
that.
ways though, as far as like recipe losing.
What are the recipes that women are losing?
When's the last time you had sweet potato biscuits?
I've never had a sweet potato biscuit.
Exactly. How about you?
What the hell
Recipes
is that?
lost.
I don't want no
What's
damn.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to
potato
say.
biscuit
You're saying
anyway.
this.
First
Like,
of all, we don't even call what Americans call
You're
sweet potato.
saying this objectively because you never
a
had
yam
it.
biscuit. You've had this sweet
of
potato
course I've
biscuit
had-
before?
Of course I
Of
have.
course, I've had it.
Of course I've
niggas
had
is
it.
just
Have
out
y'all
there
ever
saying-
had
No,
a sweet
because
potato
my
biscuit?
grandmother was born in-
He made that
Y'all
shit
had a
up.
sweet potato
My
biscuit.
grandmother
He made
was
that
born
shit
in
up.
1923, so by the time I was
A
came to
biscuit,
prominence,
yes, with like flour and all
Yeah.
of that, yes. But a sweet potato biscuit, no, that's a little. No, I don't even. That's a lot of starch.
the reason
too.
why you're saying this is because you're a woman in her 30s that understands fucking dietary needs and shit like
But
that.
we
But
still-
if you
but
grew up
it-
on
we-
this,
What we're
can
saying
still
is give
do
us a
it.
different example, because the thing is,
Yeah.
why would you
Man.
go specific
Yeah,
with
but-
the fucking
but-
sweet
stuck on
potato
that.
biscuit?
But your reaction proves my point about how we're losing recipes.
No, but I'm
Sweet
saying
potato
No, you're
biscuits
saying a
are
recipe
delicious.
that is niche.
This shit is delicious. It shouldn't be niche.
Say fried chicken. Say some cornbread. Say mashed potatoes. Niggas said, do you know how to make ratatouille?
Right.
The fuck?
I mean, fucking surf and turf is niche. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, plenty of things
Well,
are niche.
that's not.
But, like,
That's not.
But you also could have said that before sweet potato fucking biscuits.
but the
I'm
reason
literally
why
thinking of how
Hold
to
on.
even make that. I'm like, okay, so you mash that.
if we're
you add a
talking
little
about
flour.
time out,
I guess.
if we're talking about extinct
Very
animals, I'm gonna
dense.
talk about a fucking saber-toothed tiger. If I'm talking about recipes being lost, I'm obviously gonna bring an example of something that I knew neither of you guys would know because we lost the recipe. That's the
you
point of
might
the
know.
example.
You are one
Even
of the
that
people. You
person
gonna
said
be
you could have said a common dish.
right.
But that's the fucking. But if
Exactly.
that means it's not lost then.
Again, I'm
That's not a
also
lost
West
recipe.
Indian. I wouldn't have.
Fried chicken is not a lost recipe,
Again,
fam.
as the Black American slave, like
Me too.
direct,
Not the Black
super duper.
family's not from no
direct.
country.
Like I'm from Baltimore. Okay, my family is from the South. That's it. Like that's
Sweet
it.
potato biscuits.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
never,
that's what I'm trying to
ever
tell you.
heard of that.
Unreal.
Ever. Like you be purposely obtuse. You just
Yo,
be
the
trying
nigga
to
just-
like
I'm
not purposely
say, he
obtuse.
just,
He
he's
said,
like,
"Wow,
So-
I'm just gonna
sweet
like-
potato."
So what I
biscuits.
should do if I'm talking about losing recipes, I should say a recipe that all y'all know, which will negate the point that I'm saying that there's a lost recipe.
no, because
That's
we
being
know how
obtuse?
to make it. Men don't know how to build things. That was the point that was being
Niggas
made.
was so general, and this nigga said,
Yeah,
sweet potato
a
biscuits.
recipe that's lost. That's the overall point.
but that wasn't a recipe, is
Yes,
what
it
we're
is.
saying.
Yes, it is.
Not at all. No
Unreal.
one has ever had a sweet potato biscuit.
Have you ever seen a saber-tooth tiger?
Nigga, anywho. Moving on.
Like you're like, oh,
Okay?
this isn't.
Like,
You should have said
listen.
a cat. Like, what do you mean? That's what I'm trying to make a point here. But I understand what
Reek.
you're saying.
All right. So also there
Nigga
was
dead ass.
yeah. Listen. That's what I said. I'm moving on. So there was
The
also
sunglasses got you acting very unusual.
And the wine.
In addition,
The
yeah, we
wine,
about
too.
to take that damn wine.
Yeah,
So in
you might be
addition,
volleying that.
in addition to the
Nigga
comment,
talking right.
I'm sorry, I can't even get it out. In addition to the post, there was a tweet that was going around.
tweet
that was
went
very,
crazy.
very wild.
No, that if we're talking about the same joint, that was out of hand.
that was out of
very-
hand.
See, look,
bro.
we don't even. I'm sure everybody listens to the show. Y'all already know, but we are just, we're gonna read it. I feel bad reading.
I don't even
it.
want you to read
I
it.
know. I was like, I
oh.
feel salacious reading it. Okay. This is obviously not for me.
Obviously,
Nigga need to go home and take care of his damn kids. He got like 3 of them, and I do believe both of his boys are autistic, one being higher up on the spectrum. Focus on that instead of talking about some Valentine's Day and being a grown-ass man with the mentality of a 15-year-old boy. That was so, look, that's again,
First of
yikes.
all, whoever said delete this surfboard head. That shit had me fucking weak.
It said do what?
It said go on and delete this surfboard head. Why are you calling somebody a surfboard head? That's mad funny to me.
I can't. I don't. That was very nasty. I don't think you should ever bring
Do me a
children
favor.
into anything. Like that was very unnecessary.
Go to at Miss__YVE.
Oh,
Pull up the
no.
avatar. Then fucking Google. Y'all probably forgot this show. It's a show called Stick Stickly. Google Stick Stickly.
I don't.
This
I know we're
Stick Stickly
talking.
looking
Yeah.
bitch gets the.
I don't want to. We're talking about the
I don't want to
comment.
engage.
Man,
Yeah,
fuck her.
We're talking about the comment. I do believe that, but we're not gonna go into like all that other
Yes, we
stuff.
fuck with y'all. Look
No,
who the fuck
we are
is saying
not.
Let me tell you right
this
now,
fucking
that's
flat
actually-
face surfboard.
I would like you to know that that what you're doing is technically illegal and she can't press charges. So I'd like you to stop right
Saying
now.
that
That's
she
what I'm
look
saying.
like Stick
We I
Stickly?
don't
No,
think we
you're
should.
telling people to actually go harass her, and that's actually a
I
federal charge.
said, go look and upload her fucking Abby, and then look at Stick Stickly. Where's the harassment?
But this
Did
is
you
not.
say
We're
go at
talking.
I said, go.
I thought you said go at
I
her.
said,
I was
at
like-
Miss FFV
I
and
already
upload
got-
the
I
Abby.
got no warrants.
Well,
No,
we're
I mean,
not.
I
I
said,
know.
upload
We're not.
I said, upload the
We're
avatar.
not. We are talking about said comment. Look
Right.
right here.
That's what we're focusing.
This
on.
is the focus.
But what
Okay?
is there to focus on? She's talking about kids with autism. That's nastiness.
It's very.
What are we about to converse about?
So there's a few things. One of the reasons I love actually podcasting, even though I will not claim it as a podcast, I love these discussions. I love all of this. One of the reasons I actually hope that I never be famous or none of my podcasts make it big is shit like that.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
why do you feel it is necessary to talk about Tahoe like that? Because, and the only reason you know he has children who are on the spectrum is because he talks about it on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you listen to the podcast, you follow him, all of that shit, and you're that viscerally upset. I don't know what all this. Anyway,
he was
also.
I'm sorry.
What does that have to do with? Is he not supposed to say his opinion because he has kids on the spectrum? Like, on some
Yeah, I don't
real
know how.
shit,
I don't know how the
there
two
should be
correlated. They don't.
There should be no
at all.
correlation. And I have a younger brother who is on the spectrum. And let me tell you right now, if you would have brought up my brother because of something I said and mentioned his autism, and then told me I'm childish and I need to be taken care of, I might have.
Yeah,
I might have reverted back to my old
It's
Bronx
very.
self.
It's very very nasty.
Some things is
word.
off limits. First of all, you're not supposed to talk about anybody's kids.
Kids, period.
That's off top. I don't care how healthy they can be. A super deluxe genius that can fucking make houses from scratch, like we was talking about earlier, an architectural genius. But to sit here and have a man talk about Valentine's Day and be like, yo, don't you got two kids that's one's higher up on the spectrum than the other? Like, how are you even
Like, you
typing
are
that?
like,
How are you typing that and press and send so that universe can see that? Like, what type of
Well, I
person
think
are
what
you?
it is a lot of times, even think of celebrities, right? We think because whatever people show us, we then know their lives, and we should obviously we should be like privy to some part of their
And tapped
lives.
in.
And you think that you know people, and you really. All of us are only showing people like what they really want to see. And when I say that, I mean, I'm sorry, what we want them to see.
Yeah.
So obviously there are things that are being held back. You're not showing everything, but because it's, every week that they are going out and they're saying like, this is my life and these are the things that I'm going through. This is what I'm showing, Tahoe and his plants and his wine, like he's showing all these things. So now people are like, oh, I know you. So now it does not give
And
you
you
carte
don't.
blanche to just make these,
And-
to make these like this nasty comment.
and even if you did know me, even if you were my best fucking friend, why in the blood clot y'all talk about my kids and the spectrum? What does that have to do with anything? I'm not even
Nothing.
saying.
That's just that they don't.
I think Tahoe's clip was harsh because even like I said, I don't usually comment, and I was like, God damn,
Yeah.
Tahoe, like I know you usually are a little bit like out there with your reactions, but even that was like, whew. But that right
But
there,
you also know, but then that's a part of it. You also know that. You know that a lot of his takes are a little like out there, and you can either agree or disagree. Everybody also doesn't have to say everything that they think. Like you can, like you said, we saw it and I was like, ouch, oh my gosh, like I love Valentine's Day, and then liked it
Right.
and like kept
And you
on
keep
going about
it
my
moving.
day.
and I said
like
a comment. I was like, yo, usually I'm with y'all, but this is a little extra
Yeah.
Tahoe. But that y'all
I feel like
need to go to therapy. That's actually where I'm at.
I feel as though there's a lot of things on Twitter that you can be suspended for. And there's plenty of times where I'm pretty sure all of our accounts has been suspended before. I'm like, yo,
Not
what the
mine.
Not
fuck?
mine.
Never. So I know
Yeah.
it's happened to me. I'm
Well,
like,
I
man,
worked there, and
I've said,
so I knew better not to.
I've said craziness, and this is what y'all got me for. There's women out here, men out here showing they beef on the timeline. Like porn is
I've
legal.
always,
Like, porn-
like my job, I could never do anything.
But all together, it's like, how do you not get your account suspended from saying something like that to somebody?
Because she didn't.
That's
violate
way
anything.
more harmful.
She didn't
than
violate anything. You have to threaten someone.
Right.
You have to, like that's how people get away with KYS. Kill yourself is to get away. This all algorithm. I mean, this is me giving inside information because I used to work there. But like KYS was created because people could get away with the algorithm. So since once you see kill, it automatically comes off. If you say nigger with the ER, automatic suspension. It doesn't even matter what even if you
Not
were like,
you can say with an A.
yeah, you can say it with an A sometimes. Sometimes. But the thing is, if you say it with an ER, it automatically triggers a thing. Even if you're a journalist, like that's where the asterisk came in. People started using the asterisk so it wouldn't get picked up by the actual like AI. So that, even though autism is not a word, she's not saying go do anything harmful. She's not saying do any of those things.
Right.
She's just saying go take care of your kids. He
Yeah.
can report it,
Right.
but it still technically is not what you call any law.
Yeah.
Which is why I just want people to go to therapy and stop talking about people's kids. And I especially want y'all to stop talking about people's kids who are on the spectrum or have some type of special needs, because y'all don't even know what the life is like when you deal with somebody who has autism or a special need, and what you even have to go through to have a semblance of have a regular life for yourself and them. And then you say that wild shit.
Yeah.
I would have punched her smooth in the fucking face.
So me, the reason why I was personally upset about it is because obviously things are going to affect you when you have a personal relationship with somebody. I remember I was in Williamsburg, and he was with his kids. He was with his two sons. He was out to eat. I forgot the name of the spot. It was like an outdoor spot. It was like an outdoor bar, but he had his kids with him.
I'm about to say bar time.
And I mean, he obviously puts his life on IG. So I'm like, yo, bro, I'm right around the corner from you. I pulled up on him, and these little
obviously put his life on IG. I don't know why that was funny.
puts his life on IG. So that's how I knew he was there. Good looking.
Kokomo.
He was at Kokomo. I was in the area, so I just pulled up on him. And I saw him, I saw his shorty, and I saw these two beautiful children, just chilling, inquisitive. They're playing with each other. They're eating the food. They're running around, having the time of their life. So just to see that, that should have me. That should have me sick. I was like, what?
Every time I've done anything with this podcast, I've never like actually had a full conversation with Tahoe. We saw each other at fucking trap karaoke and maybe one other time. If I saw this shit, I might have punched a girl in the face for a Tahoe. Like,
that's fact.
I think it's moral of the
I would have
story.
threw a banana peel on the floor.
Do not talk about people's kids.
And don't talk about kids on
not.
the spectrum. Don't talk about kids with special needs.
Just don't talk about kids. Kids are
talk
completely
about them.
They are off limits. But let's go to the next clip.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
we have
now.
that?
I got tight.
This shit got me. I'm about to break this
drinking.
wine glass at the Hulk.
I'm doing a dry 30 and I'm tight because I want wine.
She about to break her dry 30.
I'm like, yo, let me get a taste of
You
that
about to
liquor.
get ready. Look, let me just smell it.
Let me get a cap full of the wine.
Let me get a cap full. It's crazy.
He's like a shot of wine. This outfit looks crazy. So you look like a professor.
I'm trying to figure out, is that okay?
Even if he's still looked at as a liability and all the rest of this, it's like black people in America, you have to be goddamn perfect to see you as a human. And that goes even further into his point. This is not canceling Elvis.
At all.
This is not canceling Woody Allen.
I think the best response and the classiest response would have been for him to just release him and Chloe's record. You ain't got to say as your talent speaks for itself. We know what you can do. So I agree that he didn't have to say that. But I'm saying in terms of him being human, in terms of him dealing with this since he was 17 years old, in terms of not getting the respect that he deserves for him being as talented, Chris Brown does not miss musically. And people will not allow him to grow. Andre 3000 said nostalgia is a cage. Let that man out.
Now, just so I'm clear, this is in reference to him bringing up what happened with him and Rihanna, right? With the domestic violence situation.
Well, he
There's been a few things.
Like they're saying, he did so much things in a small amount of time. What
Yeah.
was this clip?
This one was he
specifically about?
released him and the Chloe song came out with him featured on it, and people started talking about why Chris Brown is using black women to basically get himself back in good standing. Black women should be boycotting him. Why are we supporting Chris Brown, etc., etc., etc.
He said, yeah, because it's so many.
So the girl from 3LW, Prometheus, she was tweeting about it, and she was like, Chris Brown is building his career back on the backs of black women and things like that. Like it was just
career back.
Yeah,
like it went somewhere.
Right.
First of all,
really,
that nigga gave us no guidance in 2019, and I still play that shit like it goes.
There's a Chris Brown hit every 6 months since then. So,
but to what people are saying, that happened when he was 19, not 17. It was 2000. It was Grammys 2009, I think. So that was 14 years ago. It was Grammys 2009. It was 14 years ago, and that nigga was 19. At 19, I ran a nigga over with a car. I ain't gonna hold y'all. The only reason is I'm not famous and he is. Like, Rihanna and him also had a song afterward.
And she publicly said that she forgave him.
She forgave him. I think that we forget that this is just, like, hitting people is not right. Hitting your partner is not right.
Hitting anybody.
Hitting anybody, but also a man hitting a woman, especially your partner, is not right. But I feel like Chris Brown was extremely remorseful. He talked about how he went through therapy, how he was so ashamed of himself because his mom was abused and he can't believe he became that person. Like, he's talked about this publicly. Again, niggas don't do research and they only go about what they know on the internet, and they are still like harming him after someone is apologetic. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how you handle the mistakes that's actually the real test of who you are. R. Kelly still think he didn't do nothing wrong.
Hold on. So go back to that. I think in the onset, right, he was remorseful. After the 14 years in between all of that time, I don't think he was, right?
You don't?
I don't. I think last week, like, and again, he's human, right? I do not expect him, or anybody for that matter, to be perfect. But last week, he was like, it was a fan that was on stage and she was taking video of him while he was doing, I think it was like take you down or whatever. And he throws her phone into like the audience or whatever. So obviously, you should be paying attention to me, da 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 da. But you cannot take someone's phone and you cannot throw it into the audience. Remember the first appearance after all of that happened when he went on GMA, and I think they it probably was communicated that like, shit. Oh, you can't ask these questions, but journalists are gonna do what journalism does, and he threw the chair out the window. There's the Carucci stuff. Like,
I forgot about the chair. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
That was right after. That was, like I said, that was the first thing, and then I even remember there was like a big Billboard article, I want to say 5 years after all this happened, about just like literally the downward spiral, like how he was and how much it affected him at 19. Like, you're still growing and you're still coming into, any 19-year-old is coming into who they are. So to have something like that publicly play out, that's going to affect anybody. 100%. But I don't. And I like Chris Brown. Let me lead with that. I do like him. I do think we should give more grace to people, but I just don't think he's done himself any favors. He almost makes it hard. If you're not like a super Chris Brown fan, it makes it hard to root for him because of all the other nonsense. I mean, like you said, it's something every week. Remember, there was a thing. It was like he was, not that people don't snort coke in the club, but he was snorting the coke in the club. Remember, like I said, back to the Coochie. It's so many niggas do coke. Like, people do coke in the club. Like anybody else, it would be okay, but after that incident, he was so scrutinized for every little thing, and then he just kept doing shit. It was like every year was something.
I also feel like that nigga is fed up.
But I feel like you just got to restructure your argument, because if you're talking about he's using black women to get his career back popping,
not. But I don't. There was not that. But
if the larger issue,
one, yeah.
So in regards to this, what they're talking about is just them being like them. People not forgiving Chris Brown for mistakes that he did in 2009. Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that shit is nasty, because all throughout that time, he's done movies since then. He's done sold out tours. He's had countless people on his albums that are women. He's had countless hit songs that nobody said nothing about. He's sold merch. He's done 50 song fucking albums. Like this nigga's done
No.
everything
So,
under
I
the
don't think
sun.
I've still
Torn
got-
absolves you.
No,
of,
what I'm saying is people choosing right here and right now to not forgive him when what you just said, you in chronological order, you said all these things that he's done. He's been in a downward spiral, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like
I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I was saying a downward spiral from the 5-year mark. I mean, since then, obviously, he's had like
Right.
records. He basically has peaks and
I was
valleys
about
at
to
this
say,
point.
it's
He go
giving
this.
bar graph. It's
Yeah,
giving
exactly.
chart.
He go like this now.
It's giving a chart.
But
a
all
line
these
chart.
people are loony. Like let's just call a spade, yo. To be that immensely talented, something is off. That's just what fucking comes with the territory. Think about it.
I mean, I think
James
a lot-
Brown. We were talking about.
You really like James Brown, huh?
Right.
Yo, Dodge was talking about Elvis, right? Nobody's canceling Elvis. Nobody's canceling Woody Allen. If James Brown was popping now, do you know what he used to do to women? He used to beat the dog shit out of women for insubordination. Not even like he got hit first. And
They ain't
it
have
was like
social media
argument.
back then. They
But,
didn't.
but what I'm saying is there's different things that people want to forgive people for.
Oh yeah, everybody picks and
And-
chooses based
Yeah,
on who they
but
like.
But for whatever
100%.
reason, we can go towards people that's famous now. Like allegedly, Usher gave somebody herpes 4 years ago, and nobody talks about that.
I don't
But this is what
care.
I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like,
think about
What?
that's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Give me
I
somebody
was at
herpes
that
in
concert,
somebody.
like, I might put myself in
that's what I'm
jeopardy.
saying.
Okay,
Y'all about to go to
that's all.
Vegas tomorrow. Like that's what I'm saying. So.
I was ready to risk it all. Okay.
Like yeah, I could. There's plenty of people that we could talk about that that has done unsavory things in the media, but all these people are fucking loony bins. So that's one. Two, you can't pick and choose who you forgive and who you don't. So if everybody's
Actually,
just on
I
the
think you can.
how if
You
if
can-
wrongdoing
I just
is
said, like,
wrongdoing.
literally,
I
I
can
just-
choose exactly who I want to forgive and who I don't. Nigga, that's my prerogative. Since you want to talk about old ass artists, let's talk about Bobby Brown.
And
Right.
And then going back to like the Elvis and the Woody Allen, like if white people, first of all, I don't listen to Elvis. I don't watch Woody Allen films. I don't know. Like that's not in my like lexicon of the things that I partake in, right? I don't, and I was trying to think the other day, and I was like, have we actually canceled somebody? Because people still listen to R. Kelly. White people obviously still listen to Elvis. I don't know if white people have ever canceled somebody. I can't really. I don't know
People still
that.
support Mayweather, and he went to jail for beating a girl up.
So exactly,
Like, actually
but
got
think about it.
convicted.
But have
So
black
that's
people
what I'm
ever
saying.
I was gonna say a
collectively
name, but I'm
canceled?
like, this too close to home. I'm not even gonna say that name.
Well,
We're not gonna do it today.
Well, Chrisette Michelle. I mean, niggas hate Trump. We can collectively say that. I mean, but a Chrisette Michelle song came on the other day that it was kind of
I don't give a
slapping.
fuck.
I was literally like,
I'm blasting that Chrisette Michelle. Okay.
but we haven't. People still listen to R. Kelly, obviously. Like I heard it blasting out of somebody's car. I was like, oh, that's bold. Like
Yo.
blasting.
Somebody was in like I live right above like the loading dock, and somebody was like in there, and they were blasting "Feeling on Your Booty," and I like
people, yeah.
And I was
Nobody
like,
canceled
honestly,
him.
Yeah, we
this was
are-
a masterpiece, but I really
Yeah.
can't listen to this.
We
the
are
same.
of the age to where we know people with 14, 15-year-old kids. We
Oh, the
say that,
TikTok
right?
thing?
No,
Or-
just period. Like, but I'm about to get into something, but you know somebody with a 15-year-old kid. You have to.
the fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people
I
be having
do,
kids.
but that's no,
what I'm
just
saying.
assume
But,
that shit.
but people be having we're in our 30s and people be having kids at 16. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Nigga said
by
you
design.
have
Yeah,
like,
we know 14, 15-year-olds.
with
yes.
that R. Kelly shit is the nastiest thing because I hear people saying like, well, those girls are super fast and they put themselves in position. And I'm like, yo, don't you have a 15-year-old? Do you respect them intellectually to make their own decisions?
But
So-
until things ultimately affect someone, that's the only time everybody cares.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also,
I think
like-
also
Like-
I realized just off of like my own research, most people who still listen to R. Kelly have not watched any of the documentaries. Like I've realized that correlation. If they watch the documentary, they can't.
There's a reason behind it though. They don't
They also
watch
don't-
they don't
because
want
think-
to.
they're-
Yeah,
they're
because
thinking
they
in their
don't.
mind, They're just
Yeah.
tearing another black man down.
However,
All that shit
yeah.
is nonsense.
I realized that they did. But back to Chris Brown.
Right.
But back to Chris. I will say what I don't even know who the other young lady is. I'm so sorry on the clip. I apologize. But she
I'm
was.
not familiar with. She looked cool though.
She looks. Huh?
Lola.
Lola.
Shout out
Hey,
to Lola.
Lola. All right, Lola Divine. Okay, Tahoe, you here? Who knew? What she was saying is he didn't need to say anything. Like, you know, his art and his music speaks for himself. And I agree. But I feel like in the last few years, he still gets slandered and he has not said anything. He's human. That nigga is probably fed the fuck up. Like, I'm just trying to put out some music with somebody, and here you go trying to cause this fucking Pied Piper rally against me. When
And you know what's really crazy? If he did that with a white woman that's popping, oh, look at Chris Brown, he's fucking going over to the other side. Like, he's in like a lose-lose situation. So
I was like, I don't think
people
there's
just want
anything
this
that
nigga
Chris
to
Brown
do.
could do.
Nothing. No, not. I mean, then remember
People
the
just want
Grammy,
the
like,
man.
but like again, he doesn't. The whole Grammy thing when he's like, "Who the fuck is Robert Glasper?" And like, Robert Glasper is Grammy award winning, multiple, and like, just because you don't know it, but and again, he does not do himself any favors. That's my thing.
doesn't.
He doesn't.
Nah.
It's like he just.
He definitely
it's
needs
just
a
like can't
different
get
PR team.
right.
He is poor behaved.
No,
That's a
hold
fact.
on. We had this conversation before, and I did want to say this because I did listen to this episode, and I think Tron was saying that about the PR team. And again, as a former publicist, you cannot control
You can't.
anybody. Like you
You
cannot control what anybody does. Like he had one of the best publicists, but. Again, people are people. You are going to do whatever you want to do at the end of the day, and you're not there with them when they're crafting. Like
You're right.
running
I also
off on
do
these
think-
tweets and whatnot.
I think though, as somebody who's do PR, like and works the PR, I think there's also kind of like the niche part where you have to find a PR team that you actually listen to. It's almost like a therapist.
No, but but that's what I'm saying. It's progressively gotten like worse and worse. Part of me also thinks that Chris Brown is still stuck at 19. I don't
Chris
think
Brown
he
lives in
really
an alternate
grew up.
universe. He lives in an alternate universe.
But I don't
Yeah, that nigga
think
lives
he never
someplace
grew
else.
up. Like he never.
But it's more than
He's
that.
stuck. But I think he's probably still. I don't know what it's like to be a child actress or actor. And think about all the other child singers, entertainers, right? That you don't really get to evolve the same way that a normal. You don't get to make the same mistakes,
100%.
like because you're literally everybody can see everything that you do, and especially during that time. And then you go through something like as catastrophic as that. He's still stuck there, and then
Yeah.
he, like I said, he just hasn't been able to grow. Now, do I think he does need some grace? And like I said, do I? What Keely? It's like, girl, if you don't get on the second season or whatever that little BET show was,
I didn't even know
like,
she was on a
you know,
show.
It's on a show
Hold
about
on,
the
let's
show.
let's
about the
look at
girls.
Chris Brown real quick. Let's really think about this man's life. Ever since he was 14 years old, he's the most talented man in any room that he walks in. This nigga dances.
Not
he
with
sings,
Usher. Sorry,
he raps.
we're
he
not-
does.
yeah,
He does
not-
more
not
things.
when Usher is in the
He does
room.
more things well than Usher does, which makes him more talented.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, see,
Chris Brown
Brown-
did one fucking
No.
flip to March Madness.
Right,
That niggas
and
will
that's-
not let him.
What?
Oh my
No,
god!
not
Chris,
when Usher's in the
Chris
room.
Brown is
We're
a
not
better
doing
athlete.
that.
Chris Brown is a better singer. Chris Brown does more choreography. Chris Brown is more athletic.
What?
Chris
No.
Brown is in more
Usher
movies. Chris
makes-
Brown has
Usher
more hit
makes better
records.
songs.
Chris Brown has more hit records.
Just
Chris
because
Brown
you
is-
talk louder does not mean you're right. Where's he a better actor? Where's he a better actor? When he was on Stomp the Yard for 4 seconds?
when he was on Takers. Try again.
Takers?
Yes, Takers.
Oh, that was a good
say,
movie.
Say a movie that you don't know so I can destroy you in movies.
Oh, I don't know that
was a good
movie.
Exactly.
It was a
Because you
good
don't
Did he
watch
win an
movies.
award?
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't win no damn award for it.
And what
Yeah.
movies have Usher been in? Like,
He was.
so you can't even use that as a real
He
comparison.
was in a. It was like a football movie. He was The Faculty.
If I was to show you the movies that Chris Brown is in, and show you the movies that Usher is in, it's not even close. He's also the more athletic. He's also more athletic. He
Nigga
also
said
plays
the more-
These
basketball.
niggas
He's
are
also
doing
a-
track meets. Are they meeting up and they're like shooting basketball? Like Usher.
Being talented
Usher
and more
is
stuff. Just
more
because you
talented.
like.
I just don't
just
understand
because-
when Reek became a PET show.
No,
Like,
you like
right.
you like Usher's music more, but Chris Brown is the more talented human being.
But hold
Like,
on,
what am I
was the
saying
point?
that's wrong?
But what was the point?
What I'm
Tahoe
saying
said
is,
he paints. Niggas, I
he
I
does
get
though.
the fuck
That
out.
nigga, he
Who
does.
paints?
He can draw. He does fucking
Chris Brown.
Chris
paints?
Brown. He can draw. He
Has
does
anybody seen
graffiti.
Would there be a Chris Brown
Tahoe
without
ladies
Hold
Usher?
on.
Absolutely. Would there be a Chris Brown without Usher?
Yeah. There's plenty of people that are child prodigies that sing at 15. Like Usher's not the only one.
Chris Brown has publicly said, like, when he came out on one of the Usher dates, like, he gave so much homage to Usher.
You're saying would Chris Brown exist without Usher? That the answer is yes. But does Chris
Nigga
Brown look
said he
up to
could've still
Usher?
be born.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's in that
Like,
wine?
yeah.
Nigga said, what's in that wine?
Nigga likes to be
About
purposely
you, 'cause you're the only one
obtuse.
drinking
You're
wine.
saying what Chris
exactly.
Brown? So you're saying like everybody just because Usher came, every R&B singer after that wouldn't exist if Usher wasn't
No,
around?
I
That
never
doesn't
did.
make
I
any
say
sense.
that. I
Oh,
never
But
said
you're saying,
my
that.
God.
but you're
We're
saying
talking
like
about Chris Brown.
would Chris?
I want you to make
yes.
your point.
Chris Brown
What was
in
the point? When he
Virginia
walks
would
into the
exist
room-
without
no,
Usher. Yes.
When Chris Brown walks into the room, you said he is the most
He's
talented
the most
person.
talented man.
Now,
He walks in there. That on top of that, this nigga's been popping ever since he was 15. Like legitimately popping. Like fucking popping singles, hit singles, selling millions of records.
I'm laughing.
And this is at 15.
just
He's had
this whole conversation. I'm
He's
sorry.
had as much money as a man could ever want, and he did that by 16. So he dated Rihanna like first. Like he did all these things first. So now when you're in your 30s, like the world has been in your fingertips for 18 years now, and you're not even 35. how could a nigga grow up in those circumstances? Like the human mind isn't even equipped for that type of shit. So
I
that's
agree with
why
the
this
latter
nigga doesn't.
part. Not the obviously I don't agree with that first part, but
Right.
yes, I agree with the latter. That's why I said. But that's also why I said I think he is stuck at what happened. Like he has not had a chance to really, really, truly grow up.
Real quick, can Usher rap? All right, cool.
Next
Because
clip.
Chris Brown has
Let's just-
platinum
as a matter
singles
of
as a
fact,
rapper.
We're off this.
Since we're talking
Next
about
clip.
talent and
I'm
shit.
done.
All right, cool.
Next clip.
Oh, now it's next clip. Got it.
Yeah.
we can agree to disagree.
Got it.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I never heard Usher spit
Drake
nothing.
or Usher
I've
swear.
seen
I
Chris
do
Brown go
not do
platinum
it.
off rapping.
Like, do not do
First of all, I ain't got no job, and I'm going to see that residency next week.
it's
And I'm going to be singing
worth
Superstar like a
every
fucking bird.
red cent.
Okay.
Okay, it is lit. It is
I'm going to
worth
sing
it.
every
I heard
fucking
it's a
It is
good
the
show
best-
too. I did hear it's a good show.
It is the best show I saw all the entire
You
last
think Chris
year.
Brown going to get a residency?
Yeah,
Hell
when he's
no.
45, hell
No, no, he's
yeah.
not.
When Chris Brown turns 45, you don't think he's gonna get a
You think
residency?
No.
Vegas
Are you
is going to
kidding
pay
me?
for him to
Vegas-
just
no.
flip around the fucking stage to Mark?
I mean, but the thing is, Chris
My
Brown is a
tongue is
nutcase.
He is not gonna be levitating.
I
either.
don't know
think
what kind of
he
shape Chris
levitates.
Brown's gonna be in at 45. Usher's the more mature person.
Probably
Chris
that
Brown is a
shape as much
nutcase.
coke
I don't
as
know
that.
if
All
Chris
them-
Brown's gonna be
all them
around
damn
at
drugs
45.
and shit. Next
Yeah.
clip.
Yeah, play Dodge. You focus on her titty, but it's okay.
Unreal.
I will never again work for a man. My boss has to be a woman because every negative experience I've ever had in a work environment has been because of male leadership and not understanding what it is to be a woman.
I'm in my I'm in my bag on this.
That was my favorite.
Everything is meant for. Fine.
I said that.
I've worked for women before. And it's that's horrible. When they gotta stick up their ass, they not and get women be horrible when they got a little power sometimes. Men too. It's just when they get power, you can see them up had no real power in their life. And he's like,
Male
oh, now
ego.
you back at this, like, you're corny. Like, there's no need for you to enforce your power this way. But I guess it does something for you. It gives you the hard on that life is never giving you. To be able to tell people.
You said I feel like you
I
was
can get-
already making comments.
I
So
can get into a super bag on this. I can't negate Dodge's experience. Let me start from there because that's immature. Dodge has probably had terrible experiences with men in leadership. I've never had a good experience with a woman in leadership, but I would never say no shit like that though. Every single boss that I've had, supervisor, hall monitor, RA in college, they've all been corny.
RA?
I've never had a cool RA that was a woman. I never had a cool manager that was a
I was
woman.
RA.
Never had a cool supervisor. I wasn't with you in college. If you was my RA, I probably
I
would
was
change
just-
my argument. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about my experiences. Dodge said hers. I'm saying mine. Managers, supervisors, hall monitors, RAs, fucking bosses, CEOs, all that type of shit. Anytime there was a woman in leadership, I had the worst time ever. You know what I'm saying? But these are probably just these people that just so happen to be women. But yeah, women in leadership don't be better. Women are probably better in leadership to other women, which is dope because they're like, all right, men have their
I'm waiting for
foot,
my turn.
like men has probably had their foot on my neck all this time. So now I'm about to look out for the ladies, but I'm about to give these niggas hell. If that's the situation, all right, cool. I fucking respect that. But I've never seen no cool woman in leadership ever. As far as like my working experience, I'm pretty sure they exist because the world's a big place. But anytime there was a woman in leadership, that shit is fucking the worst. You gotta wait for them to leave the room. They be on top of you. Oh, it's 8:31. You're supposed to be here at 8:30. Like passive aggressiveness through the fucking charts. Like this should be the worst shit in the world. So hell yeah. But what was you about to say? I'm pretty sure you're anti-nigga. I feel like anti-niggerdom is coming. I'm not gonna cut y'all off either.
Here go the
No, see, he got them
You
sunglasses
saw- he
on. He
got-
couldn't see our face. He couldn't see
Listen,
our facial expressions because he got them sunglasses.
He also
on.
got the Tahoe reaction. He was like, everything's men's fault. Like, here come the nigga.
Right,
now.
exactly.
All right. Like, first of all, I just also want to say, whoever edits the clips, when they go to Tahoe's face when Dodge is talking,
Yeah.
it's my favorite fucking thing.
That was mine.
Nigga be
He
like,
said that. He was giving.
it wasn't even when he said anything. It's when
Yeah.
they showed him real quick. He was like, the blank face. Love it. Anyway, I actually have never had a man as a direct manager, and I actually want one because I have had only women and I've had good and bad experiences. I will say, and I was about to say I don't like to bring race in. I actually think everything is racist, but I will say my worst experiences have been non-black women. All of my good experiences have been black women leaders. The non ones it has been like turmoil. Yeah, I was gonna say before when you were saying it, maybe it's because maybe you have the experience of like because men relate to each other well. That's why you feel like, but yeah, women have not been it for me either. I want leadership to be men for me because I feel like I'm going to learn something different. And I don't know. I
think it's also the industry. Like I can see in education where, and I don't know, Daja, if you were speaking specifically to education, but I can see where an atmosphere like that, like a woman would be a little bit more nurturing. I feel like probably in tech, it is a little, I don't want to say harder, but like that's also still a male dominated field. And so you are not to say that you're going to learn more things just from a man, but like there are different things that you can learn. And I think men kind of have a different perspective for work. I've had both. I've had men and women, to be completely honest. I definitely prefer working for men. I think it's just, there's not a lot of like emotions and feelings like, and this is not like, I'm not that person that's like, oh, Hillary Clinton can't lead the free world because she gets a period. It's definitely not giving that. But I have just had way better experiences with men, and specifically I think in music, coming up, it was really, really tough, like extremely tough. I know women that have left when you were interning somewhere, you were an assistant because everybody treated you like shit. And I think where the men just, they didn't care. And even what you were just saying about like women being like, oh, you're on time. I don't know if that's from a place of like fear, right? Of being afraid that I'm this black woman, I got this role and I have to hold on to it so tightly. Like, and I don't want to lose this role to a man or a white person or whatever the hell it is. So now I have to hold on to it really, really tightly. I have had, like I said, okay experiences with women, but I prefer
like
men.
I'm not blind and I'm not ignorant. Like women in any workforce is difficult. That's just what it is, especially as a black woman. Women in jobs, period, because HR was created to protect women. I really believe that type shit. Like human resources, like what nigga needs protection? Like it's usually niggas being creepy
I mean, I think
towards.
it's protecting people.
Well,
I just,
it's, usually
general.
it's niggas that be on nasty time doing wicked shit to women, so they had to get some type of board to get these niggas out
HR
the
was
paint.
created for payroll.
I was
just
about. I was like, I mean, there's so
but
like
payroll
all of the
is payroll.
other things.
But like anytime something crazy happens in the office, where do you send people? You send them to where you get your checks? No, you send them to HR, human resources, not payroll. The reason why human resources is in position, in my opinion, is to literally protect women by design. Because if you go to the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and everybody was like, yo, if you're not a stewardess or a bartender, what the fuck are you doing here? Hey, and then women walking around with skirts and men are slapping their ass and shit like that.
But I think there's also, but there's a part of that sometimes going to HR is like snitching a little bit.
Right.
Like when I was coming, you didn't go to HR. Like, and I don't care what, and I know it sounds really, really crazy and I don't condone this at all. I don't care what was happening. You were not going to HR, at all.
Yeah, you go to HR to get somebody fired. Somebody said here, HR is for the company and not for the people. Like,
and that,
yeah, like
that's a fact.
HR and employee relations, like they cover the company's ass.
They cover their ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do think there's something that you said that I actually do agree with for once in this episode is that women tend to be passive aggressive when it comes to their leadership. I think that. For me, I don't know other industries and things like that, but that's what the issue had been. Like there was never clear communication. I've always gotten really clear communication from men who were like in leadership, but not my direct manager. Like, and I don't know if it's just like, women feel like they have to tone down their aggression in the workplace or whatever the case may be. Right. But it'd be like, how did we even get here? Because the last conversation we had, we didn't talk about this. So it was a lot of miscommunication with the women managers that I had the bad experiences with. So I do agree that I think, but I also play devil's, I don't like saying devil's advocate because the devil doesn't need an advocate, but I also think that a lot of women are like that because of their experiences with men leadership.
And that's what I was about to say. Like the bigger thing after like the HR tangent I was on, like women dealing with the workplace is a different situation than men dealing with the workplace ever. Women going to the store is a different thing than men going to the store. I can't remember the last time I was catcalled. Like you probably can't go to the store. If I walk outside with a shorts and a white beater, I'll probably be fine. Imagine if you go outside with shorts and a white beater. It's just a different scenario based on like who you are in this world. So I can see how your personality and the characteristics in your leadership style might differ if you're a woman as opposed to a man. In my experience, the characteristics that's developed probably going through the ringer of being mistreated, being undermined, being felt as though you're working super hard and still not making as much money, whatever the circumstances are. The finality of your leadership style is fucking terrible for me. And as far as men in leadership or whatever, I can just say that I've had less strife placed on me from men than I have from women in roles of leadership.
Because it's more pressure for women. So like you said, all of those other things that are like going into it, it's not easy. And like you said, you do have to tone it down, or you have to like, you can't say the same things that another man would possibly say. Like, you really have to think about every single solitary thing that you do and how you interact and how you come across. Like, because, you know, I felt like I had some, I'll say, questionable leadership. I led the way that I would want to be that I would want to be led. So there also has to come a point where you're like, either this is, I'm going to take what I like, I'm going to leave what I don't, and then you kind of got to do your own thing. Then from there, and I think anybody though, man or woman or whatever, you know, however you identify, like anybody with power that should not have it, it's fucking horrible.
100%.
Like, I don't care what anybody
board,
like
yo.
That shit. Someone that has gotten a little like sense, a little like piece of that
of power.
I mean,
RAs,
it's the worst.
Did you dorm in college?
Yeah,
You obviously was an RA.
I think I lived next door.
This
to
was
my RA.
in my coming into adulthood. This is when this shit really became like a thing for me. People just abusing power. RAs, yo.
You really have a thing. I
I'm
don't
about to say, you have
remember
some
mine.
trauma
Like I
around
said,
this.
beyond
That's where
living
it
next
starts.
door.
It starts with being a hall monitor. Like it all starts with like it's the moment that it's your job to tell on people that don't have hall passes going to the bathroom. It's just a fucking upward trajectory of just being a bitch ass nigga in my eyes.
Oh my God.
Like, cause once you're an RA,
don't you get free room
Housing.
board?
Like,
I'm about to
imagine-
say, I was a hood Bronx bitch. I couldn't afford no
Yeah.
college.
so for those of you guys that didn't go to college, you might not be understanding of what I mean. Like when you're an RA, that means you're a
resident advisor?
a resident
A resident
advisor.
assistant.
Resident
Assistant,
assistant.
okay.
So you oversee what's going on. So
on your
imagine,
wing and dorm, yeah.
imagine I'm 18, you're 18, you're 18. We're all 18. I got a popping party in my room. And you tell on me to get me kicked off of campus. What kind of nigga are you?
Did you ever tell on anybody?
We are all 18.
So I
Like,
did,
that is
so
nastiness.
The thing is, I had me and my wings. We always knew what the deal was. I would get my little. It'll be the first week of school, and I'd be like, "All right, y'all, I'm your RA. I am a bird from the Bronx. I've done all the things that you've done. I've smoked the weed in my room. I've drank in my room, but y'all niggas take it too far. Y'all be having full ass parties when you know there's after 10 o'clock when you know there's a noise ordinance. If you don't do shit that's too crazy, then I am going to mind my business. But if you force my hand to come to your room, I'm not going to lose my free housing because of you. So like literally I used to hear my residents walk through the door when they were like drunk and stumbling and be like, shh, we got to keep quiet.
Set the tone. You got to set the tone.
I manage expectations.
Set the
yeah,
tone.
I'm not telling y'all don't get drunk.
Right.
I'm not telling you don't sneak liquor into your room. That's part of the college
Just
experience.
do it smart.
I'm just asking you not to be fucking ignorant dickheads and then make me have to say something, because if I have to choose between my free housing and snitching on you because you didn't follow the rules, nigga, you are the fuck out of here.
Right.
The housing is expensive.
And I wish RAs never took that approach. Like, listen, I'm a bird bitch from the Bronx. The reason why I did this shit is for free housing. Y'all are not taking this from me
at all.
Y'all can do y'all thing, do some college shit, but don't just force my hand. I can respect that, but I'm talking about the people that walk around with the clipboard, knocking on your door passive aggressively. Hey, is anybody in there? They're counting the amount of people in your room.
But you don't think,
All
but the
this
thing
type of- that
is,
shit is nasty business.
you don't understand how bad like freshmen. I had freshmen don't give a fuck. They get a little taste of freedom and they think they're exempt from everything. So like even you're like throwing a popping party. Why are you throwing a party in your room, nigga? You know that's against the rules.
Because it's college.
Yeah.
Well,
This
niggas
is
are
why
going
I'm
to
here.
snitch on you because they're going to lose their housing.
But what I'm saying is, so the RA meetings that everybody mandatorily has to go through every month. Like, listen, I know what's going on. Don't put me in a position to where I have to lose my housing because of your decision.
Yeah.
That is speaking to people like people, and then it's whatever.
like,
That's not how it would be.
I was literally like,
people,
what was the
Niggas
topic?
just love breaking rules.
But
I
I was
love
like,
rules.
what
people
was
love
the topic?
snitching. No, people love snitching. I'm just talking about. Well, we was
I love
These
breaking
residents,
rules.
these RAs, the fact that you brought up, I
The
forgot.
nigga
you
got
were
trauma around
yeah,
this shit.
I mean,
clearly.
you really
That
have
shit is
trauma
the worst,
around the
son.
RA
I mean,
or your
anybody
but
went to
niggas
college
don't
has
listen.
trauma.
You don't. People will. You tell. I'm a bitch who like rules. I don't care. I'm gonna
I
say
do
it.
too.
I'm a boring bitch.
Yeah,
I love
I
a
do
fucking
too. I
rule.
like structure.
What
I
you
like
want me to do?
rules. Yeah.
Oh, this is what the rule is. Maybe I'll give a little razzle dazzle
You
to
probably
it.
because you probably just
the-
wanted to like push the rules and see
Yeah,
how
not
far
you
just-
just said
it's
you were
not just me.
spontaneous random
Right.
nigga.
Of course I am, but the way we got here because you was like, yo, people, no, regardless of gender, that be in leaders of power, that be in positions of power, that push it, and that automatically brought me to my.
It brought you to
trauma
a dark place.
of our
Yeah, I was
race.
about to
'Cause this
say.
word starts when you're 18. You're in position to tell on somebody and get fucking.
Well, I'm glad we are all so
Punished
far
for it.
removed from
But
that
hell
now.
yeah,
so
man.
let's
Still
play.
worse.
Let's play the next clip.
There's more clips. Damn.
I think yeah, ain't it? Look, ain't it?
I'm like, I thought we hit all the
I
clips.
think
I
that
believe
there
so.
there should be one more from what I remember. Oh, we done got things on the screen,
Yeah.
honey child.
Oh,
Boom, boom.
that's when
boom,
Tahoe looked
bow.
like the AFM professor.
Is it one more?
But
Yes,
I
right
don't
here.
like people that are
This
rude.
one more.
Nobody likes
Okay.
that.
If I open the door for people and they walk in and don't even acknowledge that I'm opening the door, I'm like, I don't work here. This ain't my job to open the door for you.
But the tool. That's the response.
I'm not gonna say that out loud, but I'm
Okay.
definitely gonna internalize that. Like, that's mad rude.
The last thing I am expecting is a thank you. I will appreciate said thank you, but if it does not happen, it's not going to ruin my day. If you feel like you need a thank you to do something that you felt like at the time was the right thing to do, then don't f***ing do it. Because nobody has to give you that. Nobody owes you that. Not off of random little things. Now, if we're talking about in your personal life and your interpersonal lives, and you feel like as a man you're in a thankless position, that's something that's worth having a conversation about.
I went wrong.
Yeah, nah, Dodge was spitting.
If I hold this door open, my family, I'm again very West Indian. My family used to say something. They used to say, Tilly has a day off, Tilly the maid. And I used to be like, who the fuck is Tilly? And I think about that shit all the time because why the fuck am I holding the door open? Do I look like Jeffrey from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Say the fuck thank you.
Right.
I get upset about
Yeah,
that.
no, I agree. You
Dodge
gotta-
is a different
yeah.
level of emotional intelligence that I don't have.
No, I really, I was about to cut you off. You did
No,
the
go
inhale.
ahead. Go ahead.
I agree with Dodge wholeheartedly because with me, like, it's a 50-50 crapshoot when it comes to strangers. Like, everybody wasn't raised right. Everybody doesn't have manners. Everybody's not appreciative. It's like if you want to release good karma into the world and you want to do something hospitable for somebody, then all right, cool. I'm doing this more for me and for my karma and for my chi than I am for you. And if you want to say thank you, you want to say thank you. If you don't, you don't. But if it's something deeper than that, if I'm doing some shit like, for instance, I got wine earlier, right? Say, for instance, you like, yo, Reek can give me some wine. I'm like, yeah, I got you. I give you the cup, you start drinking, don't say thank you. I know you. We're beefing now. You know what I'm saying? That's something totally different.
Because you got me the cup and I didn't
I'm
say
like,
thank
yo,
you.
good looking, thanks. And I mean, just some shit like, yo, I really got you the cup of wine. It's something small, obviously, but same thing with you. If I was to cook some food and I was like, yo, y'all hungry? Yo, I'm about to cook up, and y'all just like got y'all plates.
You
and
was
start
making
eating.
sweet potato biscuits.
I'd be like, I would, because I didn't lose the
I
recipe.
want this nigga to make me.
I didn't lose the
biscuit
recipe.
now.
I'll fuck around. I'll
You-
biscuit
you
this
know the
whole apartment
recipe.
up. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Biscuit. This
I'll
not
biscuit
even
this
your
whole
shit.
apartment. I'm saying I'll still do it. There's a stove over there. Give me a pan and some sweet potatoes. I'm
Child,
good to
I
go.
don't want
But-
that damn biscuit.
But
That shit sound like it bust though. I ain't gonna hold you.
But
Sounds
overall,
delicious.
like I'm with Dash wholeheartedly. Like if you're gonna do things, just do things because they're gonna make you feel better. Because niggas is creeps, niggas is unappreciative, niggas is sorry, niggas is low down. So
I also thought it was like a maybe like I think if you want to do something just
Right.
out of the goodness of your heart, I thought it was like a bigger thing. Like if I hold the door open for you, you should absolutely say thank you. It is
100%.
so easy.
Yeah.
Like or even I realize like no one has manners. Even if I let you over in my car, I still be. If somebody let me over in my car, I still be putting up my hand.
Oh,
I
the
don't
wave?
think that- I don't
The wave
think-
is essential.
I don't think that that's like a New York thing at all. I don't.
Right.
I've never had it happen to me, and I still
was
be
like,
doing.
fuck you waving for?
Exactly.
You gotta do the wave.
That's a
I'm
thank
cutting
you.
y'all niggas off.
The wave is a thank
Fast
you.
and furious.
Very, very rude.
Yeah, you didn't let
Like-
me over. I took this shit. The
Oh,
fuck?
Very, no, but if I let you over and you don't say nothing, I still
Right.
be like, oh, stank. That's why I'm not letting nobody over next time. Now,
Right.
it is so simple to just say thank you. I think
I
like
agree.
holding the door open, or even when people walk by and don't say excuse me, oh, grind my gears. Like I just don't like. I don't like. Rude
or they just
shit.
they just
Like,
nudge past you and
I
just
don't
touch you.
Yeah,
and
like
don't
you
say nothing.
like black people's favorite thing. You can say excuse me. It's really
You can
that.
say,
Right.
It's
but
so
that's
easy.
that's also fighting words because
Like, it is.
I hear niggas say you can say excuse me. I be like, God damn, the party about to go left. Okay.
But a thank you, excuse me, could have squashed all of that.
All of that.
You don't even have to you don't
Yeah.
even have to get there. But on a larger scale, right? If you want to do something, you should just do it out of the goodness of your heart.
But I'm kind of in between Daj. Woo, I'm saying Taj. I'm giving them both. I'm giving them one of them, like couple names. Fuck it, I'm gonna still go with Taj.
Gesture. But I'm like,
I don't hold doors open. I don't do anything expecting anything in return. If the person does not say anything in return, I'm like, ew, they ain't got no fucking manners.
Right.
But it was never for the thank you. It was never for the validation. I'm just very cognizant
This is how
of
I
the
am.
fact that you did not say anything and you ain't got no manners. You know, I'm no brought up. See, I don't like that. It's
who raised you? That's always my question.
Yeah,
Who raised
so
you?
that is brought up. See, is West Indian for who raised you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, learn something new today.
Yeah, when you're not having no brought up, so you don't have no manners. Nobody raised you right. Like you were brought up incorrectly.
Got it.
Brought
Yeah,
up. See,
I don't like rude shit.
Anytime
so.
somebody does something for you, you should say thank you. Like that don't take nothing. But the fact you're not saying it, it makes me side eye you and be like, ew, or whatever. Or gets you. The only thing that can really like get me to get a good reaction like that is like if you step on me or some shit like that. Like we're at a party, you like, and you don't say my fault or you're my bad or
Excuse
give me the
me,
hand
yeah,
like
so
this.
it's
it's
the
something
same
you just
thing.
stepping on
you
niggas.
make physical contact with
Yo,
me,
fam, you alright?
and you don't say
something.
anything.
Then I'm ready to take it to the top. Like, yo,
It's
fam,
an
you
issue.
alright? And then
I'd be
whatever.
ready
But
to-
besides that, yeah.
I think intimation, say thank you.
Right.
Don't talk about people's kids. We got to give people more grace. And a horrible leader is a horrible leader.
Mm-hmm.
So on that, we're going to take a little bathroom break for us. We're going to take a little break. And then we're going to get into part two.
Not the ball in here.
I'm taking time.
Oh.
Yeah.
That nigga be Christmas. Yeah, hey, I'm shameless, so shameless. With my dogs on the block, it was dangerous. Take a girl out to eat and she's paying. I'm shameless, so shameless. I'ma go hit Tahoe up. Come bring the Tahoe truck, body bags on body bags. Come pick this garbage up. DJ mixing in the booth, he leave him traumatized up. I ain't got no time to waste. Let's get these commas up. I'm sitting in class, I can't even focus. Looking at cheese, hoping that she don't notice. Titty sit right, got ass be poking. I'm sitting in the front cause I gotta be the closest. I'm just waiting for the bell, let everybody leave. I passed with an A, but left her with a D.